They call themselves the itchy trigger finger niggas.
Did you what?
The itchy trigger finger niggas.
Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, Pricie here with another World of Tanks replay commentary for you. This is a bit of an older replay, this one. It's a 9.1 replay of the SU100. I had only been playing the game for 3 weeks when I played this game, so when I played it, it was my first proper carry. Really great game from my perspective, although now I look back on it now, I'm a little bit older, a little bit wiser when it comes to World of Tanks. There's quite a few mistakes in it and things that I could definitely do better. Now, one thing I will say about the replay is we can't watch it through first person because since Wargaming have remodeled the SU100, which they've done in the 9.2 patch, it's now in glorious HD, as you can see, it looks very nice. Unfortunately, at the front here, where the sniper view gun sight actually is, just next to the barrel there, because that's been slightly moved around, when you look through first person, you end up with a big plate of metal all over the camera, so you can't really see anything. Although, while we're at the front of the tank here, I'd like to point you at this. This is a really nice detail. So if I can get the barrel to stay where it is, if you look down the barrel, you can actually see the rifling down the barrel, which I think is a really sexy addition to the HD model of this tank. Looks really good. So anyway, onwards. We're going to have to watch the replay in third person. So some of the accuracy for the shots is going to be a little bit lost. I can't really help that. But at least you're going to see the shots as they go in and the shots as they hit me. So now this crew was, as I say, I've only been playing the game about 3 weeks, so I think I was about 65% of my way through having camo skill trained for my crew. So whilst the camo rating is pretty good, my commander doesn't have 6th sense, so bear that in mind. Now, on the upside of not having 6th sense, as we know, if you have 6th sense, you can technically never be spotted. Or at least, that's kind of how you hope it works. It doesn't often work like that, but fingers crossed, you never know. So I'm firing through cover at the moment to make sure I keep my camo rating up, so there's less chance of the enemy tanks that I'm shooting at actually being able to detect me and hopefully not fire back. So we're taking some shots at Hetzer now. Shots weren't too good. Russian accuracy pulled him a little bit off centre for the first couple of shots, but we finally put the nail in his coffin and punched his ticket. And we're on to popping at an A44. Now, I'll show you the scoreboard in a second when the action calms down a little bit here. This game was actually a 34% chance to win. Now, since XVM has been updating based on my stats as I've been improving as a player, the actual rating to win this game has gone up to 38% now. However, it's not exactly what you would call a particularly good chance to win. So there we are, 38% up. It's what made this game even sweeter. We're just putting fire down onto as many targets. I'm playing with a friend of mine, the Mango, at the moment. He's over there in his Hellcat, although he's right in the thick of it, and there he goes. He's just got knocked out. As you can see from our forced dispersion on the map there, the sort of D5 area where most of the heavy tanks and the grinding's supposed to go on, there's nobody really there, and apart from Mango and just a few others that were there, there really wasn't anybody there the entire game. Bit of a tactical mistake. They'd all gone over towards like the middle of the map and like the H4, H5 area, but as you can see over at that side of the map, the fight didn't go particularly well over there for them either. So now we're losing 6 kills to 9. I'm on 2 kills at the moment. And it does look like a bit of an insurmountable number on the enemy team. There, we've got a few players left, 2 of which are artillery, 1 of which is a ELC AMX scout tank, who, don't be fooled by his stats. He was a good player and actually a team player, which is something that you don't see very often. So that was really nice, but unfortunately he had a knackered engine. His engine had been destroyed. He didn't have a repair kit. So pretty much his role as a scout was going to be heavily hampered by the fact that he really hasn't got any manoeuvrability left. So as you can see, my 6th sense didn't go off because I haven't got it, but I did get spotted after that last shot, so I've got to get out of there. Lost half my health. Fortunately, one of the artillery hits landed on top of my gun mantle, so I only got splash damage from that one, but didn't penetrate. although I have got a nice hole in the front of my fighting compartment now. So I'm just talking to the ELC AMX at the moment, and this is where I find out that he doesn't have a repair kit and that his engine's knackered. So it's pretty much the only thing he's going to be able to do all game is move around very slowly and maybe put in a shot or two onto a tank with a large amount of health, hopefully bringing them down to a point where I can one-shot them. So as you can see, we're on 4 kills now. It's the ELC left, 1 artillery piece now. We just lost another one. It's 10 to 12. They've got 2 bishops, an AT British tank destroyer, a VK30 3601H heavy tank with, looks like he's got most of his health at the moment. And they also have a Type 58 who I've managed to put in a couple of shots with, into, but he's been quite elusive. So there's all to play for in this game, but a lot of work to be done. Now, between our Griller and our ELC AMX, they've managed to put in a couple of shots into the VK, and that's brought him down into a 2-shot range for me now, which is really nice. Now, I'm starting to run out of standard ammunition, and I'm coming up against a few tougher targets now. So yeah, as you can see, I've loaded a couple of APCR premium rounds because I have not got the time now to let these bounce. I can't afford a bounce at the moment or a non-penetration, so I've gone for the premium. And as you can see, that was the last other teammate on my team, and now I'm by myself against 5 enemies. So potential Kolobanovs medal in this. So here we go. Wait for the 88's cupola. Put in a shot. It was clutch. Russian accuracy helped us out, and actually guided that shot onto the cupola rather than taking it wide. As you can see, the artillery's got quite a bit of a love affair with me at the moment. If we've dodged 1 artillery shell this game, we've dodged loads. There goes the 3601. The 2 most powerful tanks on the enemy team that were left over are now both gone. So that's great news for us, although we're down to 133 health and got quite a few holes all over us. So time to make a move. I've been in this position too long, fired from cover up there, which bought me some time, and obviously with them being on the low ground, firing up at an incline at me, helped me bounce a few shots off the front of my armour, due to the fact that the nice slanting that I've got on the front of my armour there, the nice sloping, was accentuated by the fact that they were firing uphill at me, which basically shallowed out that angle a lot more, increased the effective armour thickness, and gave me more chance to actually bounce. So then the Type 58 comes up behind me. He gets first spot on me, so I've got to do something about this. I tried to turn around, but he disappears behind the rock before I can clutch a shot out. Didn't want to risk it. For all you gold ammo haters out there and connoisseurs, you'll see that I've changed back from APCR to standard AP, purely because of the fact for the 3 tanks that are left, I don't need the extra penetration to be able to penetrate them. So I'm not going to spam gold, just used a couple of choice gold rounds there to assist me with the thicker armoured tanks, going back to the standard ammunition. So we take out the Type 58 as we're pre-aimed on the corner. He made a bit of a mistake there, and he knocked down a couple of trees before he came round the corner, which basically let me know exactly which corner he was going to try and peek through when he lit me up. But he has spotted me again. As you can see, the artillery is raining down. There's 2 bishops left. Now, I've got to try and find these guys, although they are in a party together. You can see by their clan tag, the LG, they are in communication, so it's pretty obvious that one's going to be scouting and the other one's going to try and give him fire support. So I tried to do a little bit of bush lurking, camp bush, yes, but without any great success, I'm afraid. So you can't sit around when the game is like this. When you're by yourself and you're outnumbered, you can't sit around and camp in a corner and hopefully wait for the enemies to come to you, because it's a slowly enclosing net that's going to come in around you. Basically, you're going to maybe take out 1 or 2 tanks, then they're going to home in on your position, and then it'll be just a matter of time until they kill you. You've got to keep moving, you've got to keep relocating. Now, the first bishop here gets the drop on me, which is really, really bad, but I just used the downhill momentum. I turn slightly to throw off his aim, and he misses his shot, which is great for me, and that gives me time, once I'm into this solid artillery cover to my side here, protecting me from the fire from the other bishop, to take my time and plant a well-aimed shot into him. Now, I go one way here, and then I'll juke back the other. Although, to be honest, in my naivety as a new player that hadn't been playing for very long in this game, I didn't really count down the time effectively. You want 10 seconds for a spot to run out. 12 if you want to be super safe, because there is a perk in the game called Designated Target, which will keep you lit for an extra 2 seconds from that person's screen. So 12 seconds, if you count 12 seconds in your head and then juke back a different way, then they're not going to be able to know where you've gone, basically, or they're only going to assume that you're heading in one direction. So yeah, here we go, travelling along, trying to find out where the other bishop might be, and what do you know, yet again, he gets to drop on me. So as soon as I see him, I start to turn, level out, because I'm heading uphill. I need to build up some speed somehow, so I turn, use the flat ground, and he fires, but it just clips the back of my tank, puts a hole through my back of my tank now. Didn't do full damage, so I was very lucky there, but I'm down to 59 health, so even the slightest little bit of splash damage now can end me. Although I am on 8 kills, he's the last person left alive, although as you can see from his stats, he's a skilled player. I've got to be a little bit careful with him. He's got the advantage on me right now, because as I say, with my health being so low, and the fact that he is a artillery piece, he can back away from that rock just a little bit, go into third person sort of GPS sky clicker mode, and he can fire shells over that mound if he backs up a little way from it, and he can quite happily shoot me whilst I can't shoot him. So yet again, I've got to keep moving, I've got to not be in the same place, I've got to keep him guessing. I'm using these bushes up here, plus these rocks that are around it, to give me a little bit of cover from any fire that he might put in my direction, but also give me the best possible opportunity of being able to spot him before he can spot me, purely because of the cover mechanics and the bushes in front of me. So now we play the waiting game. The only thing I've got in my advantage in this situation right now is where he is. He can't get out from there. He can't run off without me knowing where he's gone. He's going to come back into spotting range for me either way, whether he goes up, whether he goes down to the left or down to the right. So we put a shot into him now, but the Russian accuracy rears its head for us that game, for that shot, and it draws it down and to the right and basically hits a glancing blow on the side of his tank and was sponged by his tracks. So he's had a freebie on me, I've had a freebie on him, all's fair in love and war. We're reset again, back down to the same situation. Now, it's getting quite clutch. As you see, we're on 8 kills. He's the last guy alive. This could be a Radley, well, it is already a Radley Walters, but it could be a Kolobanovs victory as well. So now he comes down and left, which is annoying because I can't get my gun barrel down at that angle to shoot. So we've got to relocate. Since I was so close to the bush there, I assume he spotted me. So I had to break cover and come at him from a different angle. We see him again here. He fires clutch at us, but it goes to the right and hits the rock next to us, which is great. So then I fire, nice solid shot, make sure it goes in to kill him off, and that's 9 kills. And now we go to the end game screen. So here we are at the end game screen. Here's our personal score page for that round. As you can see, that was our mastery badge, Ace Tanker. We picked up the Radley Walters medal for 8 and 9 kills for their 9th kill. Picked up a high caliber. Picked up a Top Gun, and of course the Kolobanovs medal for standing alone against 5 tanks and winning the game. Now, if we go to the team score screen, you can see here, did 2,841 damage, which was quite a bit higher than the next nearest person on our team, who did 877. That game was 1,296 base experience with the 4 medals. And if we go to the detailed report, there we are, at the detailed report, we fired 18 shots. Out of those 18 shots, 16 hit and 16 penetrated for the total of 2,841 damage. We received 7 hits, of which 4 penetrated, 3 didn't penetrate. And 7 hits from splash damage. As you can see, the artillery really had a bit of a hard one for us that game. That was a bit of a loss money-wise, that game, because we did fire a few premium rounds and we did have to use a few premium consumables. The only reason I was using premium consumables that game was because I was quite young and naive. I'd only been playing the game for 3 weeks. Actually, as you can see, it's a 9.0 replay, sorry, not a 9.1. And I just basically had a lot of premium consumables kicking about from missions that I'd completed. So that was that game for the SU100. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you again on the next one.